Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes through this video series here. I always start by answering your questions, so this means that if you have any questions, you can always ask them down below in the comment section and then I'll answer your question, alright? Then we run you through my business stats, so basically just like me filling out this sheet every single day for more than 80 days in a row now. Then I run through my to-do list, what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow in order to move the needle within my business so that I can actually get to $1 million a year in personal profit, which is the number one goal that I have in mind for my solo consulting business here. Of course, while keeping the rules that I've set for the business, as you can see. Then last but not least, I do some live strategy on the bottlenecks that I'm currently facing. All right, so this is the channel you're watching right now, which is my daily updated channel. So what I always do is that I head into community, and then I basically just find a comment that I haven't interacted with, and then I run it up by answering it. So you can see, for example, Lasse here has a question for me, so I'll read it out loud and then I'll answer it. There we go. Hey Fred, I'm running my cold call agency, and I'm wondering how much sense it makes for me to bring in more clients at the moment. The goal is for me to hit 15k a month in personal profit by the end of the year. Right now, I only offer done for you, so the profit margin there is only like 35 to 40%. As I'm going to school and I delegate a lot of the actual cold calling. I can see in the market that there's a great demand for solving the problem that I solve. My personal brand is getting more and more traction, but I want to keep the number of done for you clients low and the quality high. Right now I have a very good client with realistic potential for me to invoice them upwards to 20k a month in the next couple of months if I perform very well. Now again, since this is done for you, this is not very good margin, especially when I'm still in school. My question would be how to sell a consulting package of maybe 6k for 4 months or something like that. Most of the clients that I speak to on sales calls and the DMs only want done for you, but how should I sell the idea that I can solve the root problem in another way than just done for you? I've considered just sticking to the done for you, but I feel like there is a lot more potential profit I'm leaving on the table if I'm not able to serve the customers who are not in a position to invest heavily in a done for you solution. Interesting, bro. Very interesting. Because like usually I would just tell you to go straight for done with you and consulting if you have a case study, and it seems like you do, to just like open up your offer stack as fast as possible to increase the perceived value of the done for you premium offer of yours, because then you know that it's actually only top 5 to 8% clients that goes with that offer because it's premium. And it's also like the perceived value of the done for you will increase exponentially by having 2 others offers in place, right? Because not right now, bro, you're just a cold calling guy done for you, which means that you have no lever and leverage to like negotiate with here because they know that you don't have any other solutions, right? The only bottleneck that I see here, bro, is that it's hard to teach people how to cold call internally. Like the whole point, I can imagine, of hiring you as a cold calling agency is like it's risk-free calls and leads and customers, kinda, right? Like Lasse books them and he gets commission paid, or we pay him per meeting, per lead, per triage call, whatever it is. And then it's kind of like risk-free for them, and then the upside is also huge for you. Also mentioning 20k a month client from just like one client, you know. So I think, bro, maybe you should consider how you want to be portrayed and how people should perceive you and your business for the next 2 years, 3 years. Because if you want to be the cold calling guy, and then you should continue to do so. But if you want to be known for more than the cold calling, then it's a good moment now, in my opinion, to start pivoting a little bit more away from the cold calling. Not to say that the cold calling isn't good, right? But maybe, bro, there is an angle and a world where you offer your consulting and the course and the program to people and teaching them cold calls and how to book appointment through cold calls, and then that is your consulting offer. Because you as the agency who teaches others cold calling will also increase in perceived value, right? Because you're the teacher, you're the guy teaching other agencies or appointment setters to do cold calls and like perfect the scripts and delivery method, these kind of things, right? But I think it's going to be hard, bro, because normally I would tell you to do market research, but it seems like you have done the research where people only want to do the done for you. So I think, bro, maybe the bottleneck here isn't really your offer stack. I would say it is, because I'm such a big believer and fan of having multiple different offers of delivering your service, right? So it's kind of interesting here. I think 35% margins in an agency, that is your primary income. I would say that is too low. I know that you're in school and outsource, but like what I'm comparing it to is like a 20k a month deal, 30% profit, that's 6k in personal profit, which means that you could just have sold one consulting package for 6k and you would have kept the same profit personally, and you would have had 80% less stress, you know. So I think, bro, the only reason to why I operate my done for you agency at 33% profit is because I make 80% of my personal income in my done with you mentorship consulting business, and the agency is for me not a play for cash. It is a play for a lot of other things. For example, testing a lot of shit in multiple different coaching businesses and consulting businesses. Also brand leverage, media company. I have a lot of plans for my agency. I'm not gonna tell them all here. I wanna prove it instead of saying it. But that's another case. So I think, bro, fix your margins in the done for you agency, and then also reverse engineer 15k a month in personal profit, 100k Danish. Then you would need to operate your current business at 350k Danish in rev, right, which is 4 million a year. To only keep 1.2 million or 4 million Danish in an agency, which is supposed to be a cash cow in your case, bro, I would say that there needs some optimization here. And I would say it's mainly time. Ask yourself why you're going to school. Because, bro, like, I'm not that guy that will say, like, all education is bad and blah, blah, blah. But, like, if you are interested in business, I think you should start your own, definitely. Bit of a longer answer, bro, but I hope it makes sense. It's some good reflections in terms of, like, market fit, and is this the way that you want to go? Is this the thing you want to do long term? Can you fix some other bottlenecks first and then pivot into, like I think I want to challenge you here a little bit, bro, and then take all this info and then, like, see what you can make of it. I wish you all the best, bro. Like, you're doing well, so just, but you're also very young, bro, so, like, start to see if you can look a little bit more long term instead of so short term, and ask yourself, is this the path that you're, like, really, 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 really want to go? And then my client and a good friend Liam here says, nice work on 400 subs. Thank you, bro. I can see you have 640. Maybe I'll catch up to you one day, huh? All right, no more questions, which means that we dive into business stats. So I track the growth of all of my social channels and also my cash revenue and costs. So this is my daily update YouTube channel you're watching, 411 subscribers, and my main YouTube channel is currently sitting at 6,475. So let's just zoom in a little bit so you can actually see something, shall we? There we go. So 6,475, very nice. 8 subs, yay. 2952. Daily updates was at 411. For revenue and cost of my own business, yesterday I got a paid in full payment from a client. It's bank transfer, so I cannot show it. Normally I process, I would say, 30% of my money through bank. So yeah, I typically do paid in full through bank transfer, so that I don't have to pay fees. But it was a $10,858 client paid in full, which was nice. And I'm also on a heavy NDA with this one, so I can't show the transfer, because then I would leak the company, and then some of you would know. And I didn't spend any money yesterday, so that's basically it for cash and rev. Very nice. Today I recorded a YouTube video for my main YouTube channel, so I finished up the visuals on the iPad here. You want to see him? It's called 8 Ways That You Can Double Your Coaching Business in the Next 90 Days Without Spending a Single Dollar in paid ads. So I've sent it to my agency, and they are currently cooking it up, and I'm hoping that it will be out tomorrow, hopefully. So I finished that and recorded it. Normally I don't have calls on Tuesdays, but today I had an agency status. We do that the first Tuesday of the week every month, so that was like agency status for August, planning everything out, clients, goals, expectations. Done. We also have a few done with you in the agency. It's getting a little bit confusing, but it is a standalone company away from my face. That's what I'm trying to build. I will keep you posted more on the agency at some times when I can like say more, because there's a lot of interesting things happening there. But that's it. And then we had a status call with an agency client as well. It's a very big client, and I'm very, very excited to start working on this project. And it's in info. We have profit share of this business in a very cool niche with an extremely cool person. So that's all I can say, and it's gonna be very nice. When I can speak more of it, then I'll definitely do it, but I fucking can't. Legal, huh? For strategy, and not a lot. I think, yeah, like also relating back to like Lass's question, right? It's like understanding the different vehicles you have inside of your business, and then understanding the purpose of each and every vehicle, right? So Lasse, for example, his agency operates at a 35% profit margin, and it is his main source of income. So I would always say that if you are an agency and consulting, those are your cash cow businesses. If that's your main one, right? Now it's getting a little bit confusing, because I just told Lasse, like, bro, why do you have 35% profit margins in your agency, and I have 33% profit margins in my own agency, right? The difference here is that I make between $40,000 and $50,000 a month in my own consulting business, 100% profit, because I'm the only owner, and Lasse does not, right? So it would be the same thing as I only had the agency, and then I gave so much shares away and percentages away, even though that I would have the time and the energy and the effort to run it up to and have higher margins, so that I could take that cash and then venture into something else, maybe more consulting, team members, better content, and then like scale and build the business brick by brick. So I think like most people's goal is to escape info, escape agency. So like use the cash to escape. My goal is to stay within info and agency and personal branding until the day that I'm not on this earth anymore, because I believe in the industry so much and I love it so much, the impact, how I develop as a person, my audience, my content, my way of speaking, presenting, my clients, how my clients serve more clients, and these things. But it's just important that your vehicles that you're in your business fits that ultimate purpose that the vehicle has, right? I know that I'm not going to sell my consulting business, Digital Coffee, but I know that it is there for me to build incredible case studies, make a lot of money, cash onto my personal bank account. And then I understand that my agency is a different play, where it's not so much about the cash, it's more about the longevity, right? So I think it's just important that you people and you watching this, that you can make these decisions and like understand how different business ventures has different purposes and different kind of like opportunities that they unlock, because my consulting business is what allowed me to sign this client in the agency. This is going to be a very big client for us, because of I had my consulting, my results, my brand, my content, and that allowed me to be like, hey, how about I take ownership in this launch, in this info product that we'll make together? Because if I didn't have the agency, then I would have collected some short-term cash from the guy, and then that would be it. But it's like it's tied together. It's an ecosystem within my world here, right? It's like how I've taken the things that I'm the best at and then given people multiple ways of accessing it. And I love that philosophy. So that is it. That is the strategy I'll leave you with. I really appreciate you watching these videos, and we'll see each other tomorrow, huh?